Said, welcome to all of my friends and bennies. Welcome to all of my friends and bennies. Welcome to all of my friends and bennies. I'm just saying show.
Oh my God. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am simply Dot Tennille, your hostess with the mostest. And I cannot wait to get into this show because, man, do we have a lot of things to talk to you guys about today. Of course, I got my guys with me. We got Coach Tuck. What's up?
What's happening?
And I've got my partner for life. Call me Ant. How you doing?
I'm fresh and clean.
Okay, y'all. He done got dressed up for y'all today. He think he doing something over here. Remember that I'm Just Saying Live is a podcast where we have decided to include everything small business. We also give you our take on today's hottest headlines. And man, is there a lot going on right now. Now, entertainment news was a little, this week or whatever. They weren't really giving us what they need to be given. But man, we packed it with some other stuff, and I just cannot wait to talk about this because you know that we have to talk about this murder that happened. We definitely got to talk about some sports, and we're about to get right into it because I don't want to hold y'all too long. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is I'm Just Saying Live. Sit back and enjoy. Now, let's go. Y'all know we like to start the show off with our weekend recap. Now, Tuck, I'm going to ask you this. What'd you do for your weekend?
Spent time with the kids, basketball.
We did the same thing,
basketball,
stuff like that. So, how did your son do this weekend?
He did well. They were practicing new zone defense, so they brung that out, and he had a couple steals, had a few rebounds, some points. So he did his thing. Like it's literally his third game, so ever playing basketball. So I'm proud of him either way.
So what I'm going to say about this before we get all the way into this weekend in the basketball situation, Anthony and I were yelling like we were at, a college game. Colton and Corbin, they were out there, playing and we get so worked up and get so excited about every little thing that they do. They were all over the court. Let's say that nobody remembered who their man was. One of them humped their shoulders up like this when I said, "Who is your man? Get your man." Type of it is definitely a fun experience introducing your kids to new sports, new things. And so this is also their first year playing basketball. So we definitely understand where you're going with that. We feel like they did a good job for their first time.
Great job.
Okay, yeah, I think so too. They did play on two opposite teams. They split up their age group and they played against each other this week, kind of like a little scrimmage. And so that was funny. They were not in at the same time, which is good. Were they ever in? I don't think they were ever in at the same time. And one lady was like, she felt like she didn't think our son knew which team he wanted to be on because she didn't realize they were twins. It's like she was like, changing jersey.
One didn't have a jersey on, the other one did. So she think he running in and out.
She was just
taking
watching.
jersey off and
like,
putting it on.
What? Finally ask us. She had to ask us, like, what is going on here?
That's funny.
But anyway, we had a really great time with that. You want to know something else that we had a really great time doing? The Pampered Partners Brunch. Let me tell you this. I have not had anybody invite me to anything kind of on this magnitude where you got to take your partner out with you for petty, mani, massage, food, fun. I'm going to tell you this. We had a ball, okay? I had a really, really good time. I do have a video that I would like to show you guys real quick. Let me show you this video because I just thought that this little game was so much fun. We did play a couple of games. One was called Stuck to You. Another one was Got This All Sewed Up. Oh, Lord, it's not going to do right to...
Who don't have a teammate?
I forgot about it.
Those who
Okay.
So, who don't have a teammate?
Oh, let me get up here to my team.
Those two together over there.
Trelly and Hope, y'all can get together. All right. Ready, set, let's go, Mom. I know what
You got 5 minutes to collect these strings. Let's go. 5 minutes starts now. Collect those strings and remember those strings.
we have to collect strings. Tell how long we were going to be together. It was yarn. And so it was all over the building. Okay, so we were running. We were trying to find all this stuff. I had my heels on. I was like, you go look for the screen, and I'm gonna go tie the strings. And luckily, we won this by like not even an inch. Okay, it was so much fun. This is something that
That's cool.
people of all ages could play. We had a really good time. If you look at the little pictures that we showed, I know Anthony's gonna come on through here saying something crazy in a minute, so I'm gonna just let y'all watch this.
Y'all passed out these.
There's his dad and his wife. Look, watch.
That looks fun. That looks very fun.
The place was beautiful. We had a really good time. So I'm really, really happy that Bijou Nails has welcomed us, into.
We almost there. Look at all these strings I got.
I'm over there tying, and I couldn't get them. My nails was in the way. Okay, so
I know y'all can't do them nails. Y'all can do nothing with them nails.
Nothing with the nails. We are definitely going to do more events like that because I said on this year, we need to be focusing on kind of doing things together. Everybody's talking about how Black couples don't survive and this, that, and the other. And it's because you never take time to do anything fun together. So I'm definitely making these a point. We're going to try to do one at least each quarter and have something fun like this. Again, thank you so much, Bijou Nails. They sponsored this event, and we'll definitely be going back over there. If you guys would like to have an event like this, or if you would like to participate, make sure that you DM us because we would love to have you over there, and we would love to have a good time. So tell them from a man's perspective, Big.
The food was good.
Oh, I do have some pictures of the food. If you go check out our pages, you can see we had
wings and waffles.
Ribs. Oh, that's all he worried about.
Wings and
They
waffles.
had good wings because it's hard to find some good wings, man.
They were teriyaki wings. These was homemade wings by Miss Vita, who helped me put this on.
They were homemade. No said.
Oh, hey,
waffles?
I'm gonna tell you, the waffles was hitting. Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
They were really, really good. And I was like, wait a minute. I had to find out what kind of waffles she made and what she was putting in the waffles because I was like, ooh, come on now. Now, when the waffle got that little crisp on the edge, she had it just right. They were perfect. So we really enjoyed the waffles, the eggs,
shrimp Creole, rice, ribs.
Yeah.
The ribs. Well, I guess they were good because everybody trying to eat the ribs while we supposed to be getting our feet rubbed and massaged on.
It was raining Saturday, so everybody was on CPT time.
But it turned out good.
And so I was hungry, so I was eating ribs while I was getting my pedicure.
We got a chance to soak our feet, get rubbed on.
I got nails done. I got pink nails.
And we were able to watch the game.
Oh yeah,
time.
We had the TV. We made sure we were in the back in the little VIP space where there's a TV for the guys to watch the game. So we thought of everything. It was absolutely wonderful. So next time, make sure that if you get an invite, you come on through because I did not invite that many people. I was, kind of trying to make sure I kept it managed so it didn't get too out of control. But we all had a really great time. You got
pictures of the videos of the other game? With keeping the ball together?
Yes, I do. But those are already up on social media.
Y'all go to social media and check out the game where you have to keep the ball in between the two couples. You can't touch the ball, and you got to run up around a cone and come back
and keep
the ball.
It was called Stuck to You.
And you got to keep the ball in between y'all the whole while. The videos are hilarious.
All right, don't forget. Well, that was our weekend, if you will. We was working tight, kind of having fun and working at the same time. Also, remember, please go and check out Thy Basketball Realm so you can know everything going on with Denver Dynasty. Y'all, I promise to God, I'm out here trying to get this money and it's going down, okay? We have tons of events coming up and we need your support. This team definitely needs your support, but we do have a new sponsor called Foundation X. We are very, very happy to have them as well. So, yay! We can't stop right here. We have a long way to go. We're trying to get to Jamaica this summer, so we need our team to be with us, and we need AUA to also be there because we're going to do a giveaway over in Jamaica. So please let us know if you would like to help sponsor that, and you can follow along in the fun at Thy Realm on DenverDynasty.com.
Do they need a cameraman? A good cameraman? I want to go to Jamaica.
Of course they do. Also, you know, I'm always talking about these upcoming events, ladies and gentlemen. You know, it is almost time for Mardi Gras. Now, we normally try to water our Mardi Gras down by going to a party or whatever, and then we go to Galveston for Mardi Gras instead of going all the way to Louisiana because we like to take the kids. Okay. We have to adults, you know, and they have a lot of fun doing it. But Mardi Gras in Houston is fun, family fun. Okay. Now, if you still want to party like a rock star, you need to go and hit the boot. Okay. Look, period. But here's a party that you can go to right here at nighttime. You can still get your party on. You can still dress up in your gear, you know, in your gold, purple, you know, all of that. And have a good time. And you know, I love me a good Zydeco and some country music. So that's what this is going. That's what this is doing. Last week, I had the opportunity to visit Royalty over off of Beltway 8. It was my very first time going over there. It's not too far from 3Ds. Okay. They had Brian Jack. He's there playing every Friday. I'm gonna tell you, it was kind of litty. I had a good time. Okay. I
might pull up.
I said I might go back. It was all right. I told him. I told them that I definitely was gonna go back. So we'll see when I get ready to go back. I don't know if it's gonna be this Friday. I got something else planned. I completely forgot to put the flyer in there. If you guys like to dress up, okay? If you like to dress up, there's an 80s party going down this Friday at the Daiquiri Plug in 5th Ward, okay? Okay, I already sent him the flyer. He probably didn't pay no attention to
I
it.
seen that. I seen it with Run DMC and LL Cool J.
So you get the opportunity to dress up, get out on the town, have a good time. I'm going to be there. You should be there. Let's do it. Friday night, let's have a little bit of fun.
Welcome to my hood.
Let's do it. Happy birthday, Bridget. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for joining in. B. Jones, thank you so much. All right. So let's see it. Tucker and Anthony, are you guys ready for a little bit of sports with the fellas?
Oh my God. It's over. It's
It's not over with. There's so many other sports. There's so many different things going on. I have a couple of things, of course, that I'd like to interject just because I'm me. I can't just let y'all. No, I ain't gonna go ahead. I'm gonna let y'all do y'all thing first. So y'all take it away.
Well, I'm gonna start with the Instagram posters of the Cowboys. Dak Prescott getting thrown out of the building. Did y'all see that? Oh, that shit was
and they photoshopped Jerry Jones' head on the leader, like get his ass out of here.
Y'all know what? Ain't nobody trying to hear y'all.
That was hilarious.
Ain't nobody trying to hear y'all with that.
But we got history in the making.
No, I ain't talk about that.
We got two brothers playing in the first ever Super Bowl.
That's in my entertainment news. I didn't ask you to talk about that.
That's sports.
Okay, well, let's pop the picture on up. Let's add it to the stream.
Look what we got.
How do you pronounce that last
name?
Kelsey.
So the Kelsey brothers are making history. They are the very first brothers to play against each other in this 2023 Super Bowl. So Jason and Travis Kelsey face off in the 2023 Super Bowl. Isn't that awesome? I know they mama proud.
They mama, family, they wife.
This is also the first time we had actual brothers.
Two brothers
quarterbacking playing against each other.
That was the next one.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah. That's history.
Really amazing.
History made twice on the same day.
I know your daddy couldn't wait to get that one out.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he called us and was like, "Oh, they in there. You know, once we come through the door."
So he said, once they let them in, they all coming in.
Yep.
We have Philadelphia and KC showing up, going out.
Okay, so guys, you know you have to do your picks. It wouldn't be right if you did not select who you feel like is going to be the overall winner. Tell me who you selecting and your main reason for that selection. You know, I'm going to tell everybody, but I know you got to do yours. So everybody, if you are watching right now, go ahead and post who you feel like is going to win this 2023 Super Bowl.
And win a prize from the wheel.
Oh, is that what they're going to do?
That's what they're going to do.
Okay. If they win, if they pick the right person.
We'll get 3 people.
Okay. 2 people.
2 people?
Let's do 2.
So send in your select who you believe is going to win, and we'll spin the wheel.
We've got somebody that says Eagles Nation already. Okay, all right. I'm glad you're feeling that way, Patrick. And no, brother, we got to stop claiming people just because. Oh my God, I didn't mean to read that comment right there.
Read it to yourself next time.
Next time I read it to myself first. B. Jones always got something to say, and I'm gonna make sure everybody sees it. Okay, he said he ain't no brother. We got to stop claiming people just because they skin a little dark.
If you got that,
that man, dad is black, man.
Yeah,
leave that man alone.
You know, America looks
brother.
Black. That's all that matters. That's what America looks at him as. Okay, 2 Texas quarterbacks. Okay, that was the added information. I'm gonna be flying high.
So who you picked up?
Oh, so B. Jones says she's going to be flying high and chiefing. Okay. I am also. I bet she will be I am also, because Patrick Mahomes over the course of this season has shown relentlessness. It does not matter what goes on. That man is here to play. It don't matter if he's hurt. He playing through it. I think I'm going to have to go with the Chiefs as well.
What's the point spread? I think I'm going to take the underdogs.
I'm rolling with the Eagles, man. I'm picking more with my heart. Yeah, I'm picking more with my heart than my head, but I got to roll with the Eagles just because Jalen Hurts from Houston, like from the city, and
yes, sir.
I want to see that style of quarterback win the Super Bowl.
Okay.
He kind of remind me of Michael Vick a little bit, and that's why I'm voting for him.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me say this. Dante Hall posted a video trying to pop a bottle on his. We went to school together, and he was trying to pop a bottle. Celebrating that the Kansas City Chiefs were going to be in the thing, and he couldn't get the bottle open. And they were like, man, that bottle was giving you hell, man. He did finally get it open. And this is also, like we said, very celebratory on many levels. I'm very excited not only about the brothers, but the brothers, and the 2 teams that are going definitely deserve it, because this year was all over the place. My Cowboys, I was just waiting.
Let's put up some of the memes of the Cowboys.
No, we're not putting no memes up. That's what we're not going to do. All right. Any other sports news that you guys wanted to talk about? Because I have another thing that we could talk about.
Let's talk basketball next, but you go ahead.
Okay, go ahead with your basketball.
Yeah.
This y'all thing. I want
to hear what you got to say.
No, I want you to go ahead. Let's go ahead. Oh, it's 10:27. Okay, all right. Let's go.
Yeah, what you show?
Hurry up. The guest is already up here, boo.
I would like to talk about these bad referees over the weekend in football and basketball. Of course, I'm a LeBron fan, and I didn't like the fact that he got fouled blatantly and nobody called. He gets fouled all the time. Nobody calls the foul. Can we please?
He tried to play through it, but then,
I mean, it was right there. I mean, come on.
Yeah, we seen it. We seen it, and the ref seen it, and even instant replay seen it.
Big as that man is, ain't nothing hurting him. Y'all need to get out the gas.
See, that's why. They're right there. See, that's why right there.
Sound like all she said was hack or Shaq. That's all I can think about.
That's it.
So is that all you have for basketball?
That's all I got.
Okay, so let's talk about Bobby Hull, the Canadian Hockey League legend, 12-time NHL All-Star. He died at 84, ladies and gentlemen. Okay.
Ooh.
The other day I also ran across a story, and I wanted to bring that up because Willie Nelson has made 90 years old. Okay. Man. He said that weed has saved his life. Man, I said, you know what? He might be on to something. He's 90 years old, and he says that the marijuana has kept him alive, period.
Maybe
I'll say that.
Marijuana.
I don't think so crazy as you are on a regular.
I'll say this. You don't see too many old crackheads or powder heads. That's all I'm saying.
You don't, but marijuana is holding him alive. That's what he says. Now
I've seen a lot of 60+ people eat smoke. So that's just
So if you're smoking, continue to smoke and enjoy your life and be like Willie. I'm just saying.
Go ahead now.
Okay, so I see here that B. Jones says Candace Parker is now with the Las Vegas Aces. They're about to try and build a dynasty out there. Okay, that's very interesting. But I have one more thing that I wanted to talk about when it comes to the NFL. Now, this year they increased and did a salary cap at a record high. That means more people making money. Okay, 225 million, which is up 16 million from 2022. Where do we think this new money is gonna go?
To the owners.
Oh Lord.
Well,
They're not giving it to the
they
charity.
have a revenue split with the owners and the players.
Okay.
Yeah, they have a revenue split with the owners and the players.
Players get a small
And,
percentage.
You say that the players get a smaller percentage. I'm just glad that it's going up. People are out there risking their lives every single day, out there practicing and doing whatever. These ankle injuries, like I feel like injuries got real serious this year.
Well, we don't have to worry about the injuries too much since now we implementing flag football for the Pro Bowl.
Oh yeah.
And in a few years, it's going to be flag football in the NFL.
Okay, one last thing before we get into our guest, because we have our very special guest coming on today, and I cannot wait to share what he has with you. Let's talk about this golf tournament real quick. The star-studded golf tournament.
Reggie Jackson.
Reggie Jackson threw an amazing golf tournament this year. Everybody was there that you could think of, from 50 cents to
Joe Namath, 50 Cent.
Joe Namath.
What's his name? Ken Griffin Jr.
He had a little pudge, y'all. It was so cute. He is an old man for real. I was like, come on now. He had everybody there. I mean, it was a star-studded list of players. They raised tons of money for his foundation. You know, I'm a charity girl. I love to hear about things like that. So everybody keep getting out there, keep supporting these different events and things that are going on, especially if you know that the money is really going to the community. Okay.
Helping the kids.
All right. Now, Tucker popped off of there, but we have a very, very special guest. I cannot wait for you guys to meet our special guest who is coming on right now. Now, Emmanuel, I don't want to mess up your name, so I'm going to make sure, because I want you to be able to pronounce it, and I want you to tell people exactly what it is you have going on. He is the director, if you will, and I'm going to pop him right here on the screen if I can get it up. It's not coming. Oh, wrong one. Hello, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you? Can y'all hear me?
I am great.
Good morning.
We can definitely hear you. You sound amazing. The lighting is good. We rolling, okay?
Right, let's go.
Welcome to I'm Just Saying Live. This is Emmanuel, and pronounce that last name for me.
Alia like the singer.
Alia. Okay, that's a lot easier than what I thought. But I was probably gonna say Alia or something like that. I was gonna make it crazy. Okay.
Yeah,
So
I appreciate you confirming.
Have you? We know that you have a director position over at the museum, if you will. Not museum, but it's a art exhibit, correct?
Yep. It's the MAG. So we have our grand opening exhibition this Sunday for the lease that we officially just signed off in the Green Street district here in downtown.
Let me tell you about this in my eyes, because I feel like this is a major accomplishment, if you will, because how hard is it to be, an African American in the space of art and getting people to actually jump on board? I know a lot of people consider themselves to be artsy, but is that something that you kind of find roadblocks?
Man, it's definitely a challenge. It's definitely been a ride. And definitely one of few African Americans in the art space in the city doing it at a high level, for sure.
Okay. All right. So you've decided to do this grand opening, and we're going to have this phenomenal thing, but you have partnered with some people that I feel like are great as well. So tell us a little bit about this partnership. So
the name of the exhibition is called Southern Glory, and we've partnered with IO Visuals and BET for this exhibition, and the backstory behind it is IO Visuals. They created this film that got picked up by BET through Paramount, and they were trying to figure out a way to activate it in Houston, and they reached out to me and to our team, and here we are. We have an exhibition, grand opening exhibition for our gallery, but then also centered around this short film.
Hey, so that means you are definitely on the map. How does that feel to kind of have this accomplishment and be able to work with some people of, this stature? Is there a feeling of, yes, I finally arrived and I can do so much more?
Yeah, I tell people all the time, I'm playing it cool when I talk about it, but I'm gassed.
Yes,
I'm a
inside,
Man,
I know
inside
inside. I'm
you
going
want to
crazy.
jump now.
I'm going crazy inside, man. Definitely going crazy inside.
That's what's up.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about your background because a lot of people, because we like to talk about business here. Let's talk about your background and how you kind of fell into this space, if you will, of art.
Man, so I'm the owner and director of Proper Studios. We are a contemporary creative company, creative agency here in the city. Started the company 2014, really picked up 17, 20. And early on, we kind of opened our first studio concept and like a creative studio concept for creators in the community, for young entrepreneurs, and artists in general to be able to come to our space, create content out of, and host events, and really just network, communicate, and share ideas within the community, within the creative community. And honestly, after the pandemic, we lost clientele and we decided to make a shift and focus on our own in-house concept. So we put more effort into our studio, and then we started working on our our gallery concept. We started off with pop-up exhibitions. We did our first exhibition called "From Houston with Love" at the old Forever 21 downtown, and full circle moment, 2 years later, able to sign a lease on that same space.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, it sounds amazing. A lot of people allow COVID to take them down, if you will.
Yeah.
I'm glad that y'all definitely didn't do that. They did a little bit of restructuring, ladies and gentlemen. And you know me, I'm preaching. I'm preaching to all of y'all out there right now. If you are watching this show and you don't learn anything about persistence and making it happen, changing it up just a little bit to get where
Yeah.
you need to be. I'm sure at that time when it very first started happening, you started losing those clients. You weren't thinking, I'm gonna be working with BET next. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly,
That
exactly,
you were not
exactly.
doing. And this is definitely one of those spaces where we like to have those real conversations about the background and the things of, you're from A-Leaf, correct?
Yep, yep.
A-Leaf kind of popping, when it comes to people coming out of A-Leaf. I've been watching closely. I'm from Dallas, and so
Yeah,
I'm starting to look at A-Leaf like, yo, it got people coming out of A-Leaf. Muhammad
yeah,
that comedian who was just in the movie that we were watching. Yeah, so that's amazing, because most people don't think when you don't think of A-Leaf, you don't think of massive art gallery, downtown.
yeah, yeah. No, the West definitely has something to say right now.
So tell us a little bit about what's going to be going on at this event that people don't want to miss.
So with the opening exhibition, so for us, this is our grand exhibition gallery. The name of the gallery is called the Mag. And we have a bunch
Is
of
that
like
an
interactive
acronym? Is that an
yeah,
acronym?
yeah. So the
Okay, tell
MAG is
us
an
what that's.
acronym. So the MAG is an acronym for the Modern Art Gallery. And for us, we really try and like find that bridge between fire and of art culture, but then also having like adding interactive components that are tasteful, that are Instagram worthy and everything like that. So with the opening of the gallery, it's on Sunday, February 5th, and from that point on, we'll be open Wednesday through Sunday from 11 to 8 to the public. It's reservations for the tickets are free every day, and then we just ask for a donation-based entry once you get in.
Okay. All right, Tucker.
So I have a question, like the financial aspect of art. So, like, given the current economic climate and kind of people are starting to move their money more to assets, real estate, gold, silver, things like that. How it has that affected the art business as far as the economy of the art?
It if to me it's like good work sells itself. You know what I mean? Like regardless of the climate of the industry. If the goal is to a mentor of mine say get all the horses. You know what I mean? So it's like try and get the best of the best that you can, and that work always sells itself. In regards to the gallery and like our business model, it's not only a gallery, it's also like it's also like a bar and lounge concept for events and everything like that. So it's like not only do we host our own events and activations, but we're also a space that can be rented for like corporate engagements and everything like that.
Do you do
And then
specials for
addition,
nonprofits?
yes, we do, we actually
Great.
do, we do.
That's cool.
Look,
Well, come on, we
I'm gonna
here, we locked in. Just come our way.
okay.
That's
Got
dope.
my
So
contact. Let's make it happen.
I want to make sure before we lose people or anything like that, that you tell them where they can get these tickets and where they can follow you on social media.
So you can follow Proper Studios at proper.studios on Instagram.
You're
And all
breaking up
tickets
just
can
a
be.
little bit. You're breaking up just a little bit. Could you repeat that?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
So you can follow us at proper.studios on Instagram, and you can follow us at the Mag Downtown on Instagram. And as far as purchasing tickets for the exhibition, themagdowntown.com is where all tickets and reservations can be made.
Okay. All right. So
You say
I want
grand opening this Sunday.
to go ahead.
Yeah, this Sunday, the grand opening this Sunday, and after that, doors are open.
Okay.
So
Yay. Okay, so I want to
come
say
on,
this
come on.
in regards to Tucker's question when we were talking about the business of this. Now, Jay-Z told y'all a long time ago that art is a real investment. Okay. We purchased, our piece together. We were very happy about that. And so we're always looking because there's always something out there that gives you that feeling and it's going to give somebody else either that feeling or something greater. So remember that when it comes to stuff like that, especially when it's by these individuals and they're putting their life into it, that being able to purchase pieces and things of that nature is definitely a business in itself. Do you agree with that, Emmanuel?
No, absolutely. It definitely is, and when it comes to art buying and art collecting, there's usually two types of collectors, and it's one that buys with emotion, like kind of buys with what they like, what they feel, and then there's the other that buys with the intent as an investment. Is like, how is that artist trending? What is their resume, and what does that projection look like in comparison to other artists that are on that same path. So
Yeah.
yeah. So you're definitely right. It's definitely a business investment, and it could be lucrative because at any given moment, especially with social media, an artist could take off. A perfect example is in our exhibition. One of the featured artists, Alvin Roy. He's from that 50s, like that 50s, 60s era and generation, and he just got on Instagram maybe 3 months ago, and he's been going viral. It's like
Wow.
imagine, and it's just
I told y'all don't
somebody.
sleep on Instagram.
Yeah.
Constantly want to talk bad about
Yeah.
social media, but it can put you in a realm like no other because there's so many people out there who are able to see your work and what you're doing. All you have to do is put it out there. It
Yeah.
gets me tons. It gets me tons of jobs.
Yeah, no, it's real, and it's amazing to see, and it's been incredible because working with him and seeing like the second life that he has through his, it's really like the third or fourth life that he's had through his art, but
Okay.
this is a 65, 70-year-old man who was thinking about hanging it up and decided to just get on Instagram because his family told him to, and
Yeah. Wow.
he's been going crazy, so
That's an amazing story.
yeah,
Ladies and gentlemen, don't be afraid to rebrand yourself. Okay.
absolutely.
If
Yes.
things need to change,
Always.
definitely let them go in that direction if you want to be successful. Anthony has a question.
So I want to know what type of art are y'all showing? Like, is it with kid friendly?
Yeah, definitely kid friendly. So to kind of give more context on the exhibition, the exhibition is centered around the film that Isaac Yeoman directed. The film is called Memory Builds the Monument, and it tells the story of this club called Club Matinee from the 50s here in Fifth Ward. That was really, really popping. It was a place that Ray Charles met his wife. Like, it's just certain elements to it that are real, that are incredible, honestly. And so our exhibition tells that it's centered around telling that story of the 50s, but then what we're trying to do is bridge the gap between well-seasoned artists and emerging artists and organizations here in the city.
All right. So now I want to get back to the mag, if you will. Now I want you to explain to them, because I hear if it's old Forever 21, ladies and gentlemen, that gives you the magnitude of how big this space is.
Yeah.
You filled it up with art. You got a bar there. You're renting it out for events. Because I'm all about the bar. Okay, I'm all about the bar. I can't wait to come in there and get a cocktail, if you will, and feel like I'm
Come
doing
on,
something fancy.
come on
So it
down.
does not matter, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to change your life, you want to play bougie for a day or do whatever, this is definitely going to be the thing to go to. Okay. It's right downtown. You can't say that you couldn't find parking. Put your comfortable shoes on, walk to where you need to go, and come out and have a great time. So give us the information one more time, the date and time of the exhibition that's going to be going down, that I'm definitely going to be there. And what we need to wear. Are we going to be chic? Or we going to what? The attire, so that everybody knows, so that they're comfortable when they get there, to have a good time and to patronize your business.
I appreciate that. So the mag it's a 23,000 square foot contemporary gallery concept in the Green Street district of downtown Houston. Definitely come dressed, chic, trendy. Sunday, February 5th at 11 a.m. That's when the doors officially open to the public, and the exhibition will be running through March 31st. We'll be open Wednesday through Sunday, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. with, after hours like 8 p.m. to midnight, sort of events going on, periodically throughout the exhibition. And yeah, again, we're about to announce it, but there'll be complimentary mimosas on Sunday.
Okay.
We'll be having some brunch
I know I
bites.
like
We'll be
you.
doing it. Come on, we play it cool, but we like to have a good time. So
Oh my God.
come on
I
down.
knew
Man,
I liked I liked you.
Yeah, come on, man. Come
can
on
we
So
can
down.
we
Come
do a,
on.
I'm
on-site show or something?
we could
Something
do
like that.
we could do
I'm gonna
something,
say
man.
this. I'm gonna be funny real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, he said February the 5th. So if you need to get out there with your side piece on the early Valentine's, this would be the perfect. If you need to get out there with your side piece, Valentine's Day is coming up. Make her feel special too.
Oh Lord.
Or him.
Or him. Either way, if you want to do something fun, ladies and gentlemen, I suggest that you get out to this exhibit, see some really nice things. Remember to share, post, do whatever you need to do, because we're definitely trying to make this thing blow up, because we want it to be a staple here in Houston. So make sure that you go and visit the mag. Okay, Emmanuel Alia. Did I say it right? Aaliyah.
EA.
Aaliyah, there you go.
Aaliyah.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I
Yeah,
got
you're
it
good.
together
You're good.
now.
You're good.
Is there anything else that you have that's going to be upcoming that you'd like to tell us about, or maybe some more background? Is there anything else that you think people should know about you before entering into this exhibit?
Oh man, so the exhibit we're really focused on, bridging the gap between well-seasoned artists, veteran artists with emerging artists and emerging organizations. And follow us on Instagram, follow us on socials. Not only do we have an exhibition art gallery, but we also like to have fun, and that's the biggest thing.
Okay.
Is making sure we
Yes.
have fun along the way.
Business and fun, hand
That's
in
it.
hand.
That's
I'm,
it.
I'm down for that. And thank you so much for participating on I'm Just Saying Live. See how easy that was? That was fun, wasn't
Yeah,
it? We
yeah,
had a
yeah. It
good
wasn't too
time.
bad.
People got to learn all of the information, and we're definitely going to be over there to come and see you guys. And then we're going to maybe circle back. Hopefully I can have an event there or something. We're going to see what y'all working with, because 23,000 square feet is a lot
Yes.
of space. I
Yeah.
cannot wait to see this place. So
No.
tell us a little bit about your team. Tell us a little bit about your team and the people that you're working with, putting this together.
Oh man,
Before
so
I let
it's
you go.
with working directly with IO Visuals, Isaac Yeoman, incredible director. He's the one that directed the short film, and
Mhm.
then from there, we've gotten the support and backing from the downtown Houston district, the Green Street, which is the creative behind like Midway and the property management company. Fifth Ward CRC, the nonprofit organization. That's yep.
So
It's kind of
I'm actually on their board for Fifth Ward Go. So I am
okay.
very excited to hear that they are part of that as well. So I
Yeah.
got 2 links in. Hallelujah.
Yeah. So it's the list goes on. What Forbes the Culture's heavy support right now. Obviously, BET. Who else? The Mayor's Office of Cultural Affairs, Source Studios. So even kind of going back, the founder of Source Studios, he was the one that actually, he's an Asian American man, but he was the one that actually brought the idea to the director, to Isaac, as far as like, you know, telling the story of the past, because he was a young boy in his in the area in Fifth Ward, and his dad owned a convenience store that was down the street from Club Matinee. So he really experienced like everything as it was happening.
That,
People that came through, you
that's
know, so
amazing,
it's
tying people from the actual community into
yeah.
the project. I'm here for it. I feel like the guys are here for it. Y'all here for it. Oh,
Hey
we'll see
man,
you
I'll
soon.
be there.
I appreciate y'all.
Oh yeah,
Appreciate y'all.
yeah, I'll be there.
We'll talk to you later.
All right, talk to you later.
All right, man.
Now I know y'all had to enjoy that, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot wait to go to this exhibit,
Nothing wrong with order.
and
I
I'm
like
gonna be
order.
looking good. So y'all just better get ready because I'm on y'all all 2023.
I can wear a suit and tie.
You can. You do whatever you feel like will make you happy. You
Yeah,
gonna wear
I think I might get a little dapper.
Okay, you get dapper too. Okay, that's great. That is great. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, you know it is time for us to move into our entertainment news segment. Okay. Let me say this. I want to start here. Y'all know I had a friend. I ain't gonna say had. His name is Isaac. He has a company, Isaac and More, where he sells handbags and purses. I'm not gonna put Isaac picture up because I don't want to do him like that. He was doing these phenomenal, what is it, unboxings of his bags. Come to find out, it looks like Isaac was scamming everybody. He was getting thousands and thousands of dollars from people. I really thought, because I've interviewed Isaac before on my show, and I've been to his. I was even going to the man's birthday parties and things of this nature,
Fashion shows.
and fashion show. And I'm gonna tell you this: I just love the idea that he had created. I just hate that it seems like it took a downturn. I'm gonna get some more information on this because they are saying there are lawsuits for over, some of them are 30,000, 100,000, all it is now. I remember when Isaac had the vehicle come down off the truck that we all thought was phenomenal. He played the video. He was dancing in front of it. And I would be dancing too if I scammed out that much. Who's scamming for hundreds of thousands? Lord Jesus.
Speculation.
I'm speculating.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. You could have got me because baby, we could have read that up, but no. I'm just saying. No.
Yeah, because I want to know how this happened. How did the scam happen?
So basically,
he was not sending the products
because it wasn't that he was not sending the product. The product was getting out. He was asking people to invest in his brick and mortar business, which of course would cost a lot. He had, and I remember seeing all of this because I remember when the website came out, it had the actual visual of what he wanted the store to look like. It was amazing. It looked wonderful, but we're going to see how this plays out. I'm gonna make sure I give y'all the information. We're gonna see, and we're gonna sip the tea on that one. But Isaac, I sure hope you're not going, down, my brother. Stay strong. Up next in entertainment news, we have. Oh, that's right. I was gonna talk about the brothers. And then there was one other thing. Did I put the picture? Did I put the picture up? Where is it? Oh, yeah. Here we are. Blueface and Chrisean Rock. Okay, now this is a little young couple who knows how to keep the drama popping. Now, she is supposed to be pregnant for this young man. He left let me tell you a little bit of background about this. Now, he left his baby mama for her, okay, after she appeared on a show where she was trying to win his love. Now, her and the other girl were in the house together for a while. They got in a fight. She fell on her face, broke her tooth out for this man. Okay, she missing the whole front. Now that she's pregnant, he's supposed to be leaving her, quitting. They are supposed to not be together again, right? But she's supposed to be pregnant. And then guess what they did?
Got married.
They came out with a song. All of this, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just saying, it had to be for a plot and ploy for this new song that came out. So I hope y'all listen to it, because I didn't even take time to listen to it, because I cannot stand. This was just way too much drama to just be releasing a song. Y'all better fall in love and get married and do all of the things above, because that is just crazy.
No, the drama, I'm quite sure the drama is real. Like
any drama,
the drama, like in anybody's life, is real. But if you decide to make a song about it, make a movie about it, or a poem about it, it's reality. So quite sure it's gonna be an interesting song.
This is a perfect example of profiting off toxicity.
True.
Yes.
They are definitely that couple that is super toxic for each other. Nobody is discouraging the drama. They putting it on TV. She's been on shows, he's been on shows, and it's just crazy. I always feel like, rappers and whatever, you got all this money. You can't find nothing else to do besides create drama and havoc.
Because it ain't about that. It's what's inside you.
What's inside you?
Because if not, they'll be singing R&B songs.
There's plenty of rappers that are doing very well.
I said they'll be singing R&B. They're gonna sing love music, Anthony. That's what they're gonna.
Yeah.
But no, like I got friends that are rappers that are older, that were rappers, and they're doing very well, whether they were writing or producing or actually making music. But they had a good head on their shoulders, made some investments, and actually thought beyond the music, right? Or beyond the industry. And so those are the things where you have to, educate yourself. Like even Blueface mentioned, I watched one of his interviews that he don't even really know the particulars of his record deal.
Wow.
What?
You know what I'm saying? So what's the guy's name who does the game stuff too? Not Big U, but the other one, Whack 100. Whack 100 did his deal. Negotiated his deal. So that's his deal, and just me personally, I wouldn't trust nobody like Whack. So, there's just stuff like that goes on.
Yeah.
Is it the name or his personality?
Both, and he's Whack to me.
Because the fact that you named yourself that just says a lot about you. If that's what you wanted to put out there to everybody. But my name's Thomas, but you could call me Tutti.
Well, he got his name from his gang affiliation.
Just saying.
Oh man, but he got his name from his gang affiliation and all that, so he kind of brought it into the industry. So
there's a lot of that going on, a lot of things. All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, that is our entertainment news for today. I'm going to pop up our affirmation for today.
I'm confused.
Why nobody call
So
me?
I'm just thinking about it. Y'all talking about these names and these
always waits till
underlying.
after.
No, it's just funny because mine is called me Aunt. Ain't nobody called me yet.
You know what?
Why not?
They're not going to call your phone. They're just going to call you Aunt. That's who they call you when they talking about you or some stupid stuff that you said.
Well, somebody need to call me Aunt on the show so I can see y'all listening.
Oh, somebody's put it in the comments.
So we're going to say, hey, call me Aunt.
Hey, Bridget. All right, here is our affirmation for this week. A life is not important except in the impact it has on other lives, by Jackie Robinson. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you, I use my life every single day to impact others. I take care of people every single day with this spirit that the Lord has given me, if you will. Do you believe in this being the case, Anthony, when it comes to living a life of meaningfulness?
The impact it has on others' lives. Well, if that's the case, I impact everybody's life every day.
Okay, well, great. I think that you give them joy as well. How about you, Tucker?
I definitely, man. I think this is basically summing it up to, especially as men, we have to be serviceable. You know what I'm saying? As God's beings, we should be serviceable to humanity. And so I think this is what this statement is epitomizing. We need to be able to each other. And if everybody's serviceable to each other, we can all work together.
Yeah, seriously though, it's in all of us to do it, but a lot of us like to suppress it. And you act like you don't see people that need help in different things in life, opening doors or with their kids or, any of that. But, just do what you feel comfortable with. And I know you feel comfortable with opening doors, helping other people, and not even your family members.
Those are the simple things. I'm talking about where you actually are completely giving of yourself, giving of your money, of your time, of those things that are really important to each and every one of us. Opening the door, to me,
it starts there.
It does.
It starts there.
It starts with the simple things, but when you actually are going out and doing those things that are charitable, you're gonna have to deal with that. That are charitable and they are coming from the kindness of your heart. Those are the biggest things that I feel like should kind of be put above just a little bit, because you have to know your spirit in a sense to be able to do that, because some people can't do that on a regular basis. So to all of y'all out there that are listening to this show, please continue to be charitable in your communities. Remember that I'm also a firm believer in that if you start taking care of those that are in your nearest proximity, those people that are around you, they will do the same thing in turn and spread that same love and joy out to a further distance. So remember, you don't have to try to help the world. You can help those that are right here. Because I'm sure that there's somebody in your circle who definitely needs it.
Definitely. Starts where you are.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, now it is time for us to get into social unrest.
Oh my God, I need my glasses.
Please don't put them glasses on.
What?
Social unrest. Ladies, y'all know, ladies and gentlemen, this is a picture of Mr. Tyre Nichols. Okay. Now he was murdered by several police officers and firemen, if you will. Okay. We wanted to talk about this. I have tons and tons of details. I'm gonna remove his picture real quick so that we can really get down to the nitty-gritty. I'm just saying it's about to get extra live, okay? Because I know that I'm not gonna say what it is y'all want me to say. Tucker, Anthony, being a Black man in America right now, police, the brutality, everything. What do you have to say before we get into this specific case in regards to how you feel on a daily basis regarding encounters with the police?
Well, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, I drive for a living, and sometimes it can be instances where you be like, man, I got to go over here to deliver this. It's kind of nerve-wracking sometimes because you like out at 3 o'clock in the morning and your GPS got you up in this neighborhood, and now all of a sudden the cops behind you and like you don't belong in here or this. Not saying I have experienced that, but it's kind of nerve-wracking, make you nervous sometimes because you never know how things might unfold. You out in Vida, Texas, or anywhere, Mississippi, Memphis. But the thing is, with the cops, you got your good cops, you got your bad cops, just like you got ordinary people that are good and bad. But you never know how it may unfold when they roll up on you and say, you have no business being here.
Great. So, Tucker, how about you?
There's two things for me. One is, we've been conditioned. I know me, like I'm a son of a Black Panther, so I've been conditioned on how to move around the police, and I've been practicing that, right? So my whole life, and I try to teach my son that, just to kind of make sure, you stay firm within what you understand and what you know the law to be, but at the same time, you got to understand the power dynamic, right? And that's all they like. Police officers have very fragile egos. I think that's why a lot of them go to be police officers. So in this particular,
I'm in full agreement with that.
Right. And so when we talk about this particular situation, and I don't know if you're going to get into the details of it, but just how it happened, you have, and most of these men are Black, right? That beat this man to death. And so you're not talking about a racial component necessarily, but you're talking about how Black men are portrayed in the eyes of America, and how that affects people's psyche and how we deal. Like, for instance, I give you an example. When I come out the house and I have a suit on, people treat me way different going to work, going wherever I'm at, than me just having my, if I throw my A hat on and just throw some joggers or whatever on and look more, urban. And so I literally experienced that people treat you different based on how you present yourself, and that's because, like it or not, you are being stereotyped. So you got to be real.
So I'm glad that you brought up, stereotypes, because I definitely want to talk about, everybody is out here sharing this video. And before we get into that, let me tell you a little bit of detail, just in case you guys have not been watching the news and you're still living up under that rock. Mr. Nichols was 29 years old. He was driving. They said he was driving reckless, if you will, but it should have never become a traffic stop that turned into a murder. Now, they have uncovered all kinds of little details and things of this nature, but at first you have to remember that none of us knew that. All we knew that there was 5 Black men on the screen who supposedly killed another Black man at a traffic stop. That's ridiculous. There is no way that should happen there, especially at the hands of police officers. They chased him down. They tased him. They pepper sprayed him. One of them got pepper sprayed himself, trying to pepper spray the man. Okay. So, which means that he was kind of incoherent when it comes to these different things. And then we saw the video that was released of them brutally beating him, standing him back up. And I didn't want to show the video. I said I wasn't showing the video because all it is going to do is put Black men, back in that same stereotype. Did y'all notice for 2 seconds or take time to say, why are these men not in uniform on their police photos? They're in hoodies. They are trying to make it look like the scary Black man. Now we can't even trust the cops that are Black in uniform. You didn't put them on there. Every time white men brutally abuse somebody, it takes forever to come up with a sentence. These men have already been fired. They're not on paid leave right now. This is ridiculous, and then all of the Black media outlets that I have checked are sharing this video over and over and over. And all you're doing is making it seem as if the Black man is so menacing. He's doing what he's been taught by all of these other instances. And he probably didn't think he was going to get in trouble because he was a cop. But here we are proving yet again that when it comes to the Black man, those rules are different. Rules of engagement are different. They're fired. They're about to go to jail. We already know that. That's happening. Do we feel like that's right?
In this situation, that's just because of what they did. But my thing is, I totally.
Has this not happened before?
No, I agree, but I totally agree with you with the difference of how Black cops are handled versus how white cops are handled. I totally agree with you on that. And even in Black and white suspects, which we know, right? So, like, take for instance, they released a video last week of Nancy Pelosi, the guy who was attacked Nancy Pelosi husband. The cops literally, now this is a person, husband, who's third in line to be president. So if something happened to the president and the vice president, she would become president. They talk him down. They say, let's talk to him. Right? But but you get unarmed Black men dying in the street. So that's the thing, is like, there's a double standard of how police handle and how handle those situations when it comes to race. There's definitely, but I will say this: and I don't think it's handled different on the blue side, and it's handled the same on our end because we receive it, right? So, like, for instance, every bad encounter I've had with the police, they've been Black.
Okay. Mine as well. Well, I've had both sides.
Most white cops I've had, it was mostly strictly professional. Either if they knew they was fucking with me, they immediately backed off because of how I presented myself. right? And so it's things like that you notice. But most of my experiences have been with black cops, so that's just through that category.
So I want to add this. We normally would not have even had the body cam video released. The lawyers would have had to get it. You know, this is crazy. This is crazy. They would not have even released this video at this point in time as of yet. I just can't believe that this is being handled so differently. Like, it is very blatant. You know, this man that was murdered, he was a father of 4. You know, like, this is crazy. He was known as like a photographer, like a skateboarder and all of this, like people that we wouldn't think this type of situation would happen to. He was that guy. He was that guy's friend. You know, friends and family, of course, thought he was nice and this, that, and the other. But the secret that came out later was that one of the cops that was on this arrest had a previous encounter with him. They were both working at FedEx.
No, his mom. So
his mom was working at FedEx.
So yeah. So the man who got killed was having a relationship with one of the cops' mother, who put all that together, right? He the one that recruited
girlfriend or baby mother.
I heard it was his mom, but it could have been the same girl. It could have been that. Either way, it doesn't excuse what you did. You got a gang of dudes together.
This is where I was going with that, Tucker. What I'm trying to say is, you think that the other cops were trying to prove that they were kind of down with this guy to help him really get down on this man? Because supposedly he took a photo of the man while he was on the ground and sent it to him. Yes. And sent it to the girl. So this is really, really bad on so many levels. So many levels.
I'm done with it.
If this is what it comes to, and they were trying to prove something to this one guy, maybe he's, you know, in seniority to them, or this, that, I have no clue as to why a traffic stop had to get this bad. It can't even register in my mind.
Because it wasn't a traffic stop. Listen, it was literally, they were targeting this man, and you know, this is just another example of brothers tricking themselves off the street for women in certain scenes. Like, this ain't nothing new. It's just a remix to how it comes about, right? So now we got a civilian with police, and he got his gang of boys on his force to help him.
Again, it shows the mental weakness, how we're talking about, you know, we were talking about that, and people who go sign up to be police officers. This is why the police force doesn't have very many people on it. There's a special mindset it takes to go and want to just run down on somebody all day, every day.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Y'all, this is, I'm just saying, and we are having a discussion, a real live discussion, saying how we feel in regards to the Tyre Nichols murder. We know that he died 3 days after this arrest at the hands of police officers. We do know that, was it 2 fire department employees have also been let go. So I don't know where this thing is going to wind up, but ladies and gentlemen, definitely teach your children to be careful in how to handle situations of this magnitude. I don't think there is anything that he could have done because of the new information that we know in regards to the past lover situation or whatever. I don't think there's anything that he could have done to avoid this, because it kind of sounds like that him. That's probably why they didn't have their regular uniforms on, why they had the police hoodies on, if you will. Teach your sons not to be these people. Please teach your sons not to be these. And I'm not saying, trying to say those who team up and bully on others just because they have the upper hand.
We would not have known what would have happened if it wouldn't have been for that surveillance camera across the street. The cameras, the cops cut the body cams off. They were heard yelling, "Oh, stop resisting, when the man is literally already beat up on the ground." You see one of the officers literally kick back like he kicking a field goal and kick the man in his face twice. Like, come on. So we know this is not about nothing that young man could have did. He was a target.
Yes, something needs to happen in the culture of how the police mentality stands right now. As we see, they have no regard for life, in a sense, if you will, because that people can only withstand a certain amount of beating. Like they know this. They're trained to do these things. This. You just did not care. You thought that you could get away with it. And that's where we are. Many peaceful protests have gone on since this, but I feel like we don't show up at the times that it should have been, boom, big situation going on. It didn't happen in Memphis. The demonstrators, they gathered, did their thing or whatever. I'm glad that it was peaceful, but do you feel like there's certain times where we don't do enough?
Here's where I think we got sidetracked. And so when everything was going on and everybody was putting up fake black posts and everybody was supporting Black Lives Matter, and we found out what that really wound up being, these are the times where they actually have an opportunity to do something and impact things, and they don't. Thank you. So we know then, okay, we know now what kind of organization that is. So now it's on us to build our own, not saying organization, but our own platform and being able to build infrastructure where we can deal with this on those levels. Because we can scream and protest out in the street all we want, but until we start to attack the institutions and the infrastructure that are in place to protect these officers, to protect these people involved, to protect the politicians, till we start holding them accountable and say, hey, when does this actually start to make its way to the streets, to where it actually has an impact? When are these things are going to actually get there? And until we do that, we're going to continue seeing things like this in a remix form, because see, now it's not overt. So now everybody got body cams, so that they kind of cautious on how they move. This situation came up from outside, right? Whether it be with the mom or girlfriend, whatever. And this man was targeted because this man was hurt. He was dealing with a female that he knows.
And this also goes back to what I say all the time. There needs to be something put in place that is checking the mental capacity of these men who are out here. We know that they see things every day. We know that they, sometimes get a little unstable. Maybe they have stronger points at certain times than they do at others, but something definitely needs to go on in the way of keeping up with the record of their mental saneness, if you will. This got way out of hand for absolutely something that was not just. It was not just. It's horrible that this happened. And basically, that's all I got to say about it.
I'm gonna say this real quick, and then we can move on. I'm glad you said that, because think about it like this: if growing up in the hood, right, and you see some crazy stuff in the growing up in it, like crazy, and it affects you. And if it affects you, imagine those officers that are policing and seeing these things on a daily basis, and the craziness and the bottom of humanity, it's going to affect their psyche. And so like you said, there needs to be some checks constantly on where they are mentally. Talk to people. They need to have an outlet other than just their partners in blue.
True. Because at this point, like I said, they had to been brothers fighting a battle together to do this man like this in a supposed traffic stop, if you will. They done chased him down.
That was game mentality.
They brought him back.
That was a game mentality.
It was a lot. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, all I can do is encourage you to teach your sons on both sides, whether they become a cop or whether they are encountering police in the streets growing up. They need to know it doesn't matter how y'all try to put it. There needs to be some system in place for how you handle these things. Tell your children how to handle these encounters. And we need to come up with something better, because change is the only way that we're going to get past situations like this. And these people's son has died. at the hands of police officers
It's
that we're supposed to trust.
it's not really going to change nothing. Far as no matter what the race is, and talking about cops, like I said earlier, you got your good, you got your bad, and they're going to back each other. Every now and then you'll get one that will stand up for the cause of righteousness.
And then he gets punished.
But all in all, even psychiatric treatment, talking to them, it's not going to change nothing. All of us are emotional creatures. And a lot of time we just go with the crowd when things happen. Very seldom, 1%, that somebody would stand up or, change the situation. And I'm not saying they all good, and I'm not saying they all bad. And even if we try or teach our kids or family members, whatever, how to conduct themselves, some things are just set in motion that you cannot change. And even protesting, psychiatric treatment of the cops or whatever, it's not going to change. So the only thing
I have a lot to say about your comment, but we're not going to go there because we still need to talk about Pfizer before we get into the touchy subject. So are we going to stay on this, or are we going to Pfizer?
Please go to Pfizer.
You basically saying give up on the fact that
I didn't say give up nothing
is going to happen, and that we just need to stay in the slave mentality and stay in our place.
That's not what I said.
We don't hope for any change. It's basically is what you're saying.
No, that's not what I said.
Okay,
not what I said.
This is I'm just saying, and we changing the Pfizer because it's about to get dirty and raw in here, and I understand everybody has been through different things. All of us have different backgrounds, and that's cool. But D. Jones is saying it right here. Some people ain't going out there to the march. She's saying she's not marching. Several people are not going to fight that battle. But do I feel like I'm one of those stand-up people that's probably gonna get hit in the face for trying to stand up for that one person? We're gonna have to take them licks together. I'm not gonna let nobody just dog nobody like that. But that's me. Everybody's not like that. I'm not joining in on even if I know something might happen to me. I can't let that happen.
What we need to do, instead of marching in the street, let's march on them town halls. Let's go in there and have our voices heard where the politicians are, and then start affecting their pockets.
Before you get there about what needs to happen, and put that there and present it. It might not change anything, but at least you did your part, your due diligence. You said it's not going to help changing the people. You're going to have to change the whole dynamics of the hiring of the when it comes to
culture change that needs to happen.
It's a complete culture change.
So when you hire somebody different, how do you don't know what their mental state is, and even if you do,
but they should. That's what I'm saying. They should.
You'll never know.
Okay, talking about hiring people, they hired this young African black man to work at Pfizer, and he done snitched on the whole. He snitched on some things. I'm gonna let Tucker take the lead. I'm gonna let Tucker take the lead on this. He wound up snitching on the whole system.
He said he did.
When it comes, he reneged and said that he was lying is what happened. So Tucker, tell us a little bit. You do have the video, correct? Do we have the video? Not that.
Do we have it?
I think that you put it up. I think you said you were going to put it up. But even if we can't watch the video, I don't know if on YouTube or
it's on Project Veritas. If you
go ahead.
Yeah, it's on everywhere. It's on Twitter. If you go, so Project Veritas, talk to this doctor, and what's crazy is if you try to
tell them about Project Veritas first and what they do, because it's a journalism outlet.
So journalism outlet, and they're basically looking for truth in stories. So they try to expose that are just they go based on facts, and they try to get things from the horse's mouth, right? So they've exposed teachers about the way when they're trying to push this gender equality stuff in the schools, and they tell them what to teach. So they've had different things that they've exposed as far as the agenda that the elites are trying to push. So this particular video is about Pfizer, and what was funny is wish I can.
They go in basically. You remember how we used to have candid camera? They go in. They are interviewing people who work at these places, or and they're basically talking to them, and they're having a friend talk to them or someone, you know, that they feel like they can be open with. And then they spill all the beans. Now, this young man decided not only to spill the beans, but then he tried to retract every single thing that he said when they called him out on it.
When he realized he was on camera.
Correct. When he realized that he was on camera, he tried to retract everything that he said. But do we really believe that he was lying? And what he said was they were doing not genetic testing, mutation testing, correct? Was it mutation? Yes. They were mutating the viruses to put out.
They were mutating the virus. They were basically doing gain of function. Yeah, they were doing gain of function for the coronavirus in order to have a virus for mutations that haven't happened yet.
Correct. These are our opinions. This is something that we saw on YouTube. So YouTube, if you decide to cut me off again, it's on you because it's already on YouTube. But ladies and gentlemen, this man sat here. He told us that they are testing and that they have been doing these, genetic mutations of the virus to put basically out into the community or to see the different changes that it can make. When he was busted and caught saying that he had been doing this testing, he said that he was just lying and trying to impress his date. At that point, the people from what's the name of this outlet again?
Project Veritas.
Attacked
Project
him.
Veritas. Yep.
That between taking his phone while he was trying to call the police because he was very upset that he had been recorded. He didn't know what to do at that point. They locked the man in the building with themselves, and all hell broke loose. Then he started counting out the people that were in the crew that were white versus African American. It got real ugly, okay? But he definitely did not want to be part of this. And I want to say this, Tucker. How did they get away with putting this out there, even though the man did not give them any consent? How did they get around that loophole?
Well, you're in place. It's not like it's a backdoor conversation. You're in a public place, so like it's not like you're in a backdoor conversation or y'all having a private conversation in a public place. So if I walk up on you and if I can video record you from afar, you're in a public setting. You're not beholden to any restrictions, right?
Nope. Okay.
So
it was a travesty. I hate that this man got done like this.
They removed the original video. So the original video, they removed the original video. They have scrubbed it from YouTube. They have scrubbed it from Twitter.
Okay.
And Google. Like if you search this guy's name,
I've got it in my phone. Hopefully it'll still play. Let me know. DM me. But it was funny, and lots of people, lots of YouTubers, popular YouTubers, picked up on it and actually started putting it out there, and they were giving their take on what was going on in the video. I'm going to ask this to both of you guys right now. Do you feel like he was really lying, as he said, once he got caught?
No.
Or do you think it was the truth?
He was telling the truth. Then when they ran down on him, he didn't want to lose his job, so he recanted his story. Yeah. And
he got real emotional, started acting like a little girl, and yeah.
Because he wanted to lose his job.
He did. He was like, oh my God, you're asking me too many questions. I feel like I'm on an interview rather than a date, this, that, and the other. So they definitely.
I do have the video of him going crazy. Y'all want to see that?
Okay, let's see the going crazy. Just so people can know how crazy this
is.
It's
taken down also. That's why I couldn't see it.
Oh, that's why you couldn't.
I couldn't see it. It was already taken down.
When Anthony was trying to watch it.
All right, hang on 1 second. Let me let this.
Wait, Tucker keep freezing over here. About to take us down. Everybody, please make sure that you take time to go over to Instagram and follow us at IJS Live. We're going to keep bringing you the funny, and we're going to keep on bringing you stuff just like this that's going on out there in the real world, ladies and gentlemen. And hit play. Here we go.
All right. Yeah, let's go.
Oh, we can't hear the sound.
You gotta take it down. That's why it's playing like that. Did we hit play or did we hit fast forward? Did you hit play or you hit fast forward one speed?
Well, I'll just kind of tell you what's going on here. He went behind the counter to try to get away from the news reporter. That's him there on the ground. Actually, at this point, he is like going crazy. He's talking about how they have cornered him and they don't want to let him leave. They've locked the doors. First, I thought that they were trying to leave. That was when he was happy, when he was on the little date, and then he realized that he was being, screened, if you will. So it got extra crazy. I'm sure that he's going to have an assault case out on these people. It just is what it is. Be very careful when you're out there talking. If you don't know people, I keep telling y'all about meeting people on this internet and going and doing your thing. I get it. That's what y'all do nowadays. But it is very unsafe. Hopefully he did not lose his job behind this. But I'm sure that he probably did.
Hopefully that job gone.
They can't. Well, that's the thing. They can't fire him now.
That'd be obvious.
Then he can sue them.
That'd be too obvious.
Yep.
They're gonna let him go.
They're gonna find a way. But
they'll find a way. They're gonna probably wait till this died down a little bit. But the reason being you don't see this on any major news outlets is because Pfizer's all of them. All of them literally have Pfizer commercials on their doing their commercial breaks.
Well, let's go ahead.
Any news
we didn't say the C word today, so hopefully y'all don't take me down. We're going to also remember, Tucker, we sent you a picture. We have something very special that we'd like to announce. Pop that picture right on up. I haven't seen them pop on yet, though. Tell them to pop on. Pop up that picture. And then we're going to go to Movie Scoop. We saw something else that was good that we like for y'all to talk about. I know we're running over time today, but it's okay because we know all this information is good and juicy, and y'all just need to keep on watching. You got it? I can do Movie Scoop while you pull it up. You want to do that?
You want to say it?
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Movie Scoop. Ladies and gentlemen, we watched You People over the course of the weekend, and we know, just like we were talking a few minutes ago, we know racial tensions in America are high. This movie kind of gives us the inside track on things that people are going through, with biracial children, things of this nature, kind of the battles that they have to go through when it comes to dating and all of this. So it's a new couple and their families reckon with modern love amid culture clashes, societal expectations, and generational differences. So we know, of course, things happen differently now these days, just like we were just talking about social media and meeting people on the social media. I'm too old to be meeting somebody on the social media. I just not gonna do that. I'm gonna be scared it's gonna kill me when I get there. We've heard all kinds of stories about that. Also with interracial dating, some cultures are more apt to accept you than others. Some people, some families, is not anything wrong, with it, but people have their preferences, if you will. And this movie touches on tons of those things. Now we've got a really cute cast in this as well, because not only do we have Nia Long, we've got Lauren London, we've got Eddie Murphy in here, and those are just the people of my color. Who is the main character here? What's his name again? I forgot his name. I'm sorry.
I forget his name. I know the actor, but I
remember. Oh man, that's horrible. I'm so sorry. But he is a phenomenal actor. He's always so funny, even though he's like a little bundle of joy, so tiny. But I was very glad that he decided to be part of this. Another person that I want to shout out in this is Sam J. She's a comedian. I just absolutely love her. Okay. So if you have not watched anything with her, she is a podcast host with Jonah Hill. That's his name, the person that I was talking about, Jonah Hill. He plays a really good role in here. His parents are absolutely funny. And if you want to go watch a good movie, this was pretty good. Did you like it?
Yes, he's hilarious. He's a good comedian. Great guy. And 21 Jump Street. I'm trying to remember the other movie. Was it The Wedding Crash? I can't remember, but yes, check it out. It's real good.
Was he in The Hangover?
Yes.
Yes, Hangover also.
Yeah. That's where I remember it from. Yeah.
Okay, young boy. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Tennille's touchy subjects. Now, as soon as I read this off, I'm going to need you to put your comments down in the thing because we have run out of time. But we are going to keep this real short, ladies and gentlemen. Tucker, I want you to give your opinion right off the muscle. Anthony, I'm going to need you to give your opinion right off the muscle. But before we do that, tell them where they can follow you guys on social media.
Call me
_ATL on IG, Facebook, all that.
All right. Now, we know we ran that all together, but it's okay. We still love y'all. This is I'm Just Saying Live. Remember that you can reach us at I'm Just Saying. That's just with an N, no G, at alive@gmail.com. Now, here we go. Dear Tennille, I love my husband, but now that we are married, it seems he has changed. If there is no one around to shine or clown for, he gives me the silent treatment. In other words, his charisma leaves the building. How do I get my funny, entertaining husband back? Wait a minute. I don't feel like we have enough details, and I feel like, why did he change up on her specifically? What do we feel about this, gentlemen?
So she's saying he's a clown? He just need an audience to shine?
It sounds like it, but it also says that he
used to be the audience. Yeah.
He used to be the audience. So something has happened negative here.
Is someone else entertaining?
All I can say as a woman is either somebody entertaining, but first thing that comes to my mind is nag.
I was about to say, like, you gotta be, it's something that's going on with their dynamic where he's like, I don't even look, stop talking to me right now. I only want to talk to you. Yeah, it's something that's going on. It's something.
So you think that maybe somebody else is holding his attention? Give us a little, elaborate on that real quick.
Well, if she's saying she was the audience and now she isn't because he's not funny no more, yes, he has another audience somewhere else. Somebody else is entertaining.
Does she
that space.
have another audience? She's not. Maybe his stuff's not funny anymore because she's entertaining something.
Mm-mm.
He said, I think he's nagging.
No,
and he just doesn't want to talk to her.
Yeah, I think that's part of it. I think the way that she got to analyze how she's treating him and how he's receiving that. Because if he's not being himself around you, then or being that person, right? He's not getting some kind of genuine energy from you. He's not getting. It's something that you're giving off.
I think that before she was probably laughing at those jokes. He was hilarious. He was this, that, and the other. And then it all became, "Ooh, you so dry," or "You this, that, and the other," or she wasn't, giving that same reaction that he was looking for. And that's why he thinks he needs to get it from other people. What?
Is that what you told me? I'm not funny no more.
We have a comment here. Too many people change once they get married. All right. You're right. A lot of people do change. And maybe it's just something that has graduated over time. And like she said, but no, he is goofy funny. It is what it is. And to me, some people find him hilarious, but some of the things that he thinks is funny, I don't. That's period. But she said his charisma. In other words, he is just not.
That's everything.
His energy different. That's what I'm saying. It's how she treats him.
She used the word charisma. That is very specific. And it's like if you're not into that fella, it's gonna make a real hard situation for a marriage.
Yeah.
That's everything. Well, they need to sit and have a conversation.
I don't think they need any more conversations. I think that's part of the problem. They've probably been talking about it too much and not having enough fun. They're not having enough fun, not enough action. So what I'm going to suggest here in this touchy subject is that y'all get back to the fun. If it has to remove the talking, go do some activities that you guys enjoy, and I'm sure that love, that connection will come on back. Baby, pray about it. Look. You need to pray about it and say that something changes you or something changes him, one or the other. What you got to say, Touch?
Whenever we have issues in relationships, I think we need to all look in the mirror first before we try to project on the other person. So we fix what's in us, yeah, and we start with us and then go from there.
All right. How about you? You got your final comment?
Counseling.
Definitely go to counseling. I'm gonna tell you, it works more than you think.
Yes.
Especially when you're in a relationship and you need a mediator, that it's nothing like somebody being able to call you on your BS in front of the other person. Okay.
Counselor could be a friend, pastor, or a therapist, but I'd rather just talk to my spouse.
And some people are that way, but some people don't have open lines of communication and people take things all the wrong way. So I am definitely there for having a mediator in the situation.
Yeah,
While
I
we're
am too.
talking about marriages, before we get out of here, ladies and gentlemen, we want to end it on a high note. We are congratulating Miss, do we want to call her Montre or Nikki today?
Mr. and Mrs. Malone.
Mr. and Mrs. Malone are celebrating their anniversary right now. They are in Puerto Vallarta. That is why we haven't seen them over here in the timeline today. But Miss Montre Malone is always here and supporting the show. Congratulations, you guys. Keep up the hard work that it takes to be in a marriage, and congratulations. Yay! Now we're going to remove that. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to yet another episode of I'm Just Saying. We live all the time. Y'all got to keep tuning in so that we can keep providing you this wonderful show. Tuck, say hello. Bye. Tell them bye.
Peace. We out.
I'm like, did he freeze
Okay,
up?
tell them bye. Oh,
It's the end of the show.
it's doing it.
I have no idea. That was weird.